Hi, how you doing? I'm Jerry Turner, but only Mom and Pa call me Jerry. To everyone else, I'm JT or JT, Jaytee. Why am I here? Well, I developed this product and I formed a company. The name of my company is My Life Stylish, although it might come through backwards. I don't know what it's going to look like. My Life Stylish is the name of the company. What My Life Stylish does is, for the first time, I think I'm a pioneer here, for the first time, it merges fashion and medicine. Developed a few products, and I've got plans actually for a couple more. Definitely ideas, but the main product I've referred to as my bag, and it's this. This is an example. I've got several made, and I'm actually more being produced now. But what this is basically, it's a waist bag. You see the belt loops here. It's a waist bag. Remember, don't say fanny pack. Those were nasty. This is well better, a lot better than that. But anyway, what this basically does is, this is embossed leather, Italian leather, alligator. It's nice, very nice leather. Even smells like leather. On the inside, I've got a nice lamb suede. The inside, there is, too bad it's black. It's, I guess with the light, maybe you can get a little bit here. You see there's a pocket here. And this side is made just to do nothing but, house your phone, your smartphone. On this side, I've got, if you can see, I've got sleeves here, kind of like a wallet, sleeves for credit card, driver's license, IDs, whatever. And then at the bottom, I've got, which you really can't see that, but there are two elastic bands across there for your chapstick, if you're a girl, lipstick, lighter, something like that. The more important thing is on this side, and this is what this really is all about. I've got a large elastic here on this side, and it's on the back corresponds to this porthole. What's that for? Well, this is where the medical comes in. I'm sure you've seen people wearing an insulin pump. Diabetes is a big problem. There's more and more people wearing insulin pumps. What an insulin pump looks like, and this is where I got the idea. I was talking to a lady, and she's talking about her daughter, her 12-year-old daughter, and how embarrassed she is wearing this insulin pump. Sits right there on her belt. It looks like a pager, and she always has people saying, "Why are you wearing a pager? What's up with the pager?" Those people ask, and a lot of other people just know, there's something going on. What it is, because there's tubing that goes into it. How it works is, usually when people wear these, is, the ports are going in, the cannulas are going in, and then they've got the tubings. They usually wear it under their clothing, and then it comes out, and then it goes into the insulin pump, which they sit on their belt. Not with this. Instead, tubing goes just like it always does. The tubing will go through this port, and it will go inside the bag where the insulin pump sits. Now, I've got a use for it, because you can do all these other things, the cell phone, the ID, and all that stuff, your money, whatever, makeup brushes, I don't know, something, whatever, passport. All these things go inside, but, and it's wide enough, it's 1.5 inches, so there's plenty of space. But, more importantly, the insulin pump is inside of this. So, yeah, it's serving a purpose to be able to hold these other things, which you would use a waist bag for anyway. But more importantly, it's concealing the insulin pump. There's no more questions about what's up with that. You're just wearing a bag. It's nobody's business. The last thing you want is for strangers to comment on your medical condition, or judge you, even worse, which should never happen anyway, but we know it does. So what my bag does is it conceals it. It hides it from the world. It gives you a use, because you get all this other stuff that goes with the bag. But it conceals your medical issue, and it works for an insulin pump. It will work for a Holter monitor. It will work for a pain pump, an ambulatory chemotherapy pump, any type of infusion pump. This will work for. Even a TENS unit, can fit in here. And granted, a TENS unit, you don't use it in the all day like you do an insulin pump, but hours at a time. You got a TENS unit attached to your, plugged into your, healing your back. You can hide it in here. But like I said, the most important thing about this is it's confidence building. It gets people to stop asking you questions because it's nobody's business. It keeps, what my bag does is it keeps your personal life personal. And to me, that's the most important thing about it. Now, it does have all these other uses, like I said, any type of infusion pump, such as a pain pump, chemotherapy, ambulatory chemotherapy pump, Holter monitor, whatever. But I think the biggest, usage of this, because it's such a huge problem, is diabetes. And so 5% of all profits will be going to the American Diabetic Association. That's, I guess, an introduction to some extent as to what this is all about, and certainly we'll write more about it and hopefully get you all the information you might need. But I appreciate you listening, I really do. We're going to knock this out of the park, and thank you for helping me do just that. I appreciate it. Thank you.